Hi! I'm Lucas Merriweather Buford.
Abigail Beatrice Cormac.
I'm Phineas.
And we have a guest with us today.
I'm Windera.
And this is episode 6
of Antiford on Air.
Hi! So on this episode of Antiford on Air, we're going to recap what we've been doing since about February when the site, the new version of the site went live, what we've been doing lately, what we intend to be doing, where we're heading. So
at least for this year.
Yeah, for this year.
We're heading to the stars, eventually.
To the moon, Alice!
To the moon? We only have one?
To the moon!
I'm pointing at the moon with my finger rocket ships.
Okay. So what have we been doing? What have we been doing since our last one, since it's been a while?
Well, so the site went live, and we put a bunch of our on-airs, and then we've let the dust settle, and people have been writing stories, which is...
New people have joined, people have been writing new stories, and have been really involved.
Which is great.
And it's been amazing.
Because Antiford is, at its heart, a storytelling experience. Finding ways to tell stories. Yeah. It's great. So the library has been really vibrant, and we're really excited about it. Obviously, we've written some stories, and some of our new members have written a lot of stories.
Some people have written more than others.
That's very true.
Some people are better at writing than I. Than others.
That's okay. All
Everybody
writing is welcome.
Everybody has a different writing ability and style.
You like poetry. I do not.
I liked my poem.
I liked my poem. Your poem was awesome.
Your poem was amazing. Her poem
was okay.
Succinct.
It was very succinct.
Succinct is a very good word.
What have been some of the highlight stories that have been written?
Well,
I guess the biggest one that we
yeah.
should talk about is Masquerade Mayhem by Brett.
Leo wanted to create a story that involved the founders and himself. And so it starts with Lucas hiring him on to assassinate this big wig of industry. So he finds Abigail to help him out. And Phineas comes in later, and it's this big to-do. And we recommend that everybody who's involved with Antiford or is going to read any of our stories, read that, because it's kind of a nice major plot point that we've been centering around our other stories. I know
at least our more recent stories.
Well, yeah, our more recent stories. So I know I've written a prequel to explain why Lucas hires him. Finn's written an aftermath of him being mad at me for hiring him because of the consequences. So
it was very well written in terms of story and plot.
So,
what else has, are there any other big stories?
So, I like to think that my story, Blackleaf and Earl, is a nice, indicative of some of the things that are common experiences of regular folk in Gearford, and then also dips into some of the darker things that the technocrats are doing. So it's a nice, rabbit hole to travel down to.
And it has been finished. You've completed
Oh,
that
absolutely.
series.
Yep. And a lot of people have been writing their origin stories, which is really cool. Which is very neat. So.
Also, if you're not so into the action adventure sort of stories, in the library, it's also an opportunity to post things that you wouldn't normally find in the encyclopedia. So I have written an origin story for what the Vibrani believe that how the Earth was created, and Finn has written some folklore about Yetis and their beliefs and such too.
And I've written some about the Koo's folklore, mythology, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And also, we've been trying to experiment with more ways to tell stories. One of the more exciting ways to tell a story is a kind of choose-your-own-adventure story.
Though we can't use that.
Right. Well,
because that's a copyrighted term.
Copyright. So I call them adventure stories.
Yes.
And the
choose your own option story.
So the best adventure story, or the most complete adventure story on the site right now is done by Eric Worthen, also known as Diederik
Von Presser.
the True Prussian Emperor. You can tell by his name probably. It's a very comical character. It's a very fun story.
Yes.
It's a bunch of little short bits followed by choices. And he has 2 parts, and you have to remember what happened last in the first part, which a lot of us had to go back and reread before doing the second part. It's mad fun, though. Mad fun.
It is.
Yep.
Really, it's just to get out there and read it yourself.
Please do.
Yeah, many people as possible.
So the library is a compilation of stories that people want to tell. Some things are canon, some things are not, and it's not black and white. We work with people come to us and work with us to figure out how to make things more official and canon. The best thing to do, some of those talks have turned into encyclopedia pages, and many of the encyclopedia pages have turned into elements in our stories. Even we, the founders, have to go into the encyclopedia to look things up, to go, oh, okay, that's how it is. So that's how I'll put that in my story. So we've been trying to do a lot with our encyclopedia, putting more entries in our countries. We've been putting a list of the towns and cities, and in that aim, we have put on our Encyclopedia Day. So we've had one so far, and we intend to do many more. Hopefully,
it was a great success.
Phenomenal day. A lot of productivity, and it was a good opportunity for a lot of people who are not the founders to come to the founders and present ideas and things like that, and then we can all have debate and discussion about it, and then more things get added.
And that really was the intention, is to allow our citizens to come to us and have their own input. We wanted you to come and help us build this world, so...
We're not so much benevolent dictators. We're just trying to be the gatekeepers a little bit. But we want people to come in. Please. So yeah, that's what Encyclopedia Day has been about.
And we would like to plan on having probably one a month.
Yeah, one and one for now. And hopefully probably on a Sunday. So stay posted. We'll post a blog in the library when we figure out the details, probably to our Facebook as well.
Yeah, so definitely be up on conventions.
Yeah, right. We have some conventions.
We're going to be present at 3 conventions
for the rest of
the year. Unfortunately, only 3 more conventions. So the first of which is not too long from now, PortCon in Portland, Maine. And that's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're going to be up there Friday and Saturday.
Oh, it's an anime convention. It's a good time.
It's an anime convention, but it's a general geek convention. There's a lot of other things there.
Well, I mean that's what anime conventions usually turn into.
Right.
So yeah, unfortunately, there's no more steampunk conventions that we can go to for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you'll see us at steampunk conventions beginning of next year.
Yep. And as always, we have a list posted. Come January, we'll do another episode on the specifics of each convention and such. So.
But also this year, we're going to be at AAC again in Manchester. Great time. If you're going, try to find us. We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll always be there.
We'll always be there. And then there is a new one for us this year, which is Bakaretsu.
Which is in Vermont.
Which is
outside.
I think it's in Colchester, which is outside White River Junction.
Yeah.
In Vermont. We've never been, but from what I know, it is an anime/gaming convention.
Yeah.
So it's a smaller one, but we're looking to.
We're hoping to reach out to some geeks and pull them into Antiford from Vermont.
Yes.
And it sounds like a lot of fun, since we haven't been in Vermont and haven't really met a lot of people from Vermont. It's an awesome opportunity for us to meet a few people, if any of you live in Vermont.
Very cool.
All right. Well, I believe that is it
For episode 6
yes.
of Antiford on Air.
Thank you for joining us.